Hey everyone, this is Leah and the Lights, and I just went to see the B.F.G. So, the B.F.G. was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. It's been getting mediocre reviews, and I know why. It has some problems, so let me just go ahead and get a non-spoiler out of the way. It is very much like Hook in the way that the score, the production, the direction, is all very much Hook feeling, and it's good in that way. It's nostalgic in that way. You can't go wrong with Spielberg. Spielberg always makes a beautiful film, and this is a gorgeous movie to watch, to look at. I'll definitely be owning it on Blu-ray, DVD, whatever. But it has some pacing issues. There are moments when they really just dragged it on, and I like the charm of this world. I love giants. There's something very heartwarming to me, very sweet about seeing something so small in the hands of something so big, and especially when that big thing has a potential to do a lot of damage, but doesn't. I love characters like that. I love stories about big, friendly things. And I really thought I was going to be a little more affected by this movie. The pacing didn't allow it. I think if it were overall about 20 to 30 minutes shorter, if they just shaved off a few scenes here and there, just cut off the acts a little bit, because it's definitely a very 3-act movie. You can tell what Act 1 is, Act 2, and Act 3, and they all could have been a little bit shorter. And it's a 2-hour film. I don't think anyone would have complained at an hour and 45 running time at all. But that being said, I recommend it. If you like Spielberg's direction, it's gonna work for you. If you like the original book, I have to admit, I haven't read the B.F.G. Except it was read to me in school, and I caught 2/3 of it. I can't remember what happened, but I think I was sick. I had mono or something. You know, you're in elementary school, kids get mono. That must have been when it was, because I remember it being told to me and getting the first bit. Boy, the second half of this movie I didn't remember. Didn't make it a bad movie, I just didn't remember it. So I can't say if you're a fan of the book you would love or hate this, because honestly I don't know the ending of the book. Yeah. There are two main characters, the B.F.G. and the little girl. It's a buddy adventure fantasy. And the little girl in this, Ruby something, she is absolutely wonderful. You like her right away before she gets on the adventure. And the thing about the pacing, I said earlier that the pacing wasn't that good, it drug out. The beginning just goes, like, it's just like, okay, here we go, here's the giant, you ready? Let's move. And they do. And I would have appreciated it if it were a lot more like that, but they definitely took their time. There was a lot of atmosphere. I like that. You should give kids atmosphere. But there were some things that just, like, drug, like, where you want to go, cut. All right, let's go to the next thing. We get it. Whimsy. Whimsy's beautiful, especially Spielberg's whimsy. It's great. But we're telling a movie here. I need to move on to the next thing. And I'm glad I did see it with, I saw it with a family. A family was there, at least 4 kids, 3 adults in their 40s, and 2 in their 60s. It was a family outing. They were great. They were pretty into it. There were a couple of couples with kids behind them in front of me, and they were all around 12, anywhere from 8 to 12 years old were the kids' age. A couple of adult couples came in, but 1 or 2 of the 12-year-olds did get antsy, did get kind of fidgety, and rocking back and forth in their chairs quite a bit. So unfortunately, yeah, the kids are really good at noticing that, and I, as someone who taught theater for kids for a long time, yeah, that's not a good sign. Never a good sign. I don't care how good your product is and what you're saying about the human condition. If you make something for a certain age demographic, you want to cater to them. You want to make it entertaining for them. And when they're fidgeting, when they're rocking, when they're just not interested, you have to find a way. People complain about musicals and kids' movies all the time. Musicals kind of keep kids interested. Sorry about it, but it's not for you. But kids, yeah, they do need that humor. I will say this is, then we'll go into trailers and spoiler town. I have never laughed harder at a fart joke in my life than in this movie. A fart joke. I hate fart jokes. I really hate them. Especially when you're sitting there in a theater with a bunch of people who are able-minded adults and don't usually fart joke, and it makes you uncomfortable and it makes you kind of squirm, or it does me. And I laughed till I cried. With this fart joke they had in this movie. Congratulations, movie, you made me laugh at a fart joke really, really hard. So, the B.F.G, excellent visuals, excellent story, beautiful characters. The man who played the B.F.G, who's actually beautiful. I looked up his IMDb after the film, because there was a scene, and Robin Williams did this well, that you can just look at his face when he is thinking, or he's being told something, and he reacts, and he just, his face just makes you empathize, wanna hold him, wanna just rest in his hand and be his best friend too. You want to be his best friend. The actor Mark Rylance, he's actually a very handsome man, and in this he played an old codgering, big friendly lanky giant, and he was absolutely perfect. I recommend this movie. It's definitely worth a watch. I think it's worth owning because of the visuals, because of the best fart joke you've ever seen. The actors are great. Alright, moving on to trailers. I'm gonna watch Pete's Dragon. I don't really remember Pete's Dragon. I remember the music more than I remember the movie, and partially because I've heard it sung from, kids had to sing Candle on the Water, and others. But yeah, I want to see Pete's Dragon because I keep seeing these new trailers that I have a love-hate relationship with trailers, because I don't sometimes want to know what I'm gonna see in the third act. And there's a lot of movies that give away the bad guy, or give away kind of where the story is going in a trailer, especially after the first trailer. The first trailer is a teaser, and then they give a little more information in the next one, and then by the time it starts to say trailer 3, sometimes trailer 2 even, you just get to see things you probably would have had a better time seeing in the theater for the first time. So but this trailer for Pete's Dragon, more and more information is being given to us, so we get to see a little bit more of the dragon, and everyone's been putting down the design of the dragon, and I get why. When we hear Pete's Dragon, we want to see the animated one that we had, the goofy, doofy-eyed, beautiful. I'm pretty sure Don Bluth had a hand in animating that dragon, because it looks like a Don Bluth character. Secret of Nim, An American Tale, Land Before Time. Pete's Dragon looks like a dinosaur from Land Before Time, but with wings and, magic, which came from the Secret of Nim. Yeah, I mean, Pete's Dragon was total Don Bluth. And so when we see this one, he just looks a little different. He's not what we expect. And I think it has to do with the eyes. A big part of it has to do with the eyes. Look at Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. When they need him to be threatening, they cat his eyes. They make it little slits when they need him to be sweet, and you just wanna cuddle up next to your big kitty lizard, Toothless. They widen those pupils for a reason. It's a brilliant character design. And we got a little closer up to this design of Pete's dragon, and he has cute puppy dog eyes, so it may be good. I think a lot of people have been putting it down because they don't really see it as the same movie. Now it's starting to look like How to Train Your Dragon. It really is just looking like a live version of How to Train Your Dragon, except starring a wildling boy. This kid looks like he's just a wildling. I don't remember that. Like, once again, I'm gonna have to watch it. I'll watch it tonight, and I'll do a little review before I go see the remake of Pete's Dragon. But I just don't remember him being that homeless. I thought he was an orphan. I was pretty sure, but not that orphaned. Not that homeless. Not that wildling. Like, he lives on the other side of the wall. That's how dirty he is. But I guess if you want to retell the story and make it more believable that a kid would have a magic dragon in the woods, sure, whatever, sure, make it more believable, because that's what we needed. That was the one thing we needed from a fantasy story about a make-believe dragon that helps you with your self-esteem when you're looking for your real family. A little more believability, really. I mean, can't we all just identify with being lost in the woods since we were little kids and having an imaginary dragon? All I needed was to be taken a little bit more seriously. Okay. The next one was Secret Life of Pets. It's already out, and from what I understand, it's Toy Story with pets. I've seen Toy Story. I do like that Downtown song, though. Downtown, do not count the big boy. That one is it's good. And I love that it's a perfect movie trailer song because it has like a million different segues in it. It's this big marching band song, and then band around your waist. Yeah, I mean, it's got a breakdown that's really pretty. It's a good trailer song, but I really think the best jokes might be in the trailers. I don't make enough money doing these reviews yet to go see it for myself. It's been getting mediocre reviews. From what I understand, the best parts are in the trailer, and I've seen that, and the rest is Toy Story. Let's go find the friend that I effed over because I was jealous of the new living arrangement with my new roommate. It's basically Secret Life of Pets. What does it sound like to you? Toy Story! So I'm good. Let me guess they get home. Let me guess they find other homeless animals' homes. Let me guess there's one pet that feels more in tune with the wild and actually does get to be set free. Let me guess, the two dogs do learn about how to coexist and how to love their owner. I get it. I get it. I know, and I get it. Okay, I'm good. Alright, so that's it for trailers and non-spoiler. Next video, BFG. Spoilers, thoughts, feelings. I'll see you there.